Hello, I'm Joanna Green, and on this edition of MTA's Commuter Connections, we'll take you to the Maryland Science Center in Baltimore for a visit that's always educational and fun. We've got information on two exciting annual events, our Scape and the African American Festival, just ahead. And we'll answer your customer questions in our Ask the MTA segment next on MTA's Commuter Connections. Welcome to MTA's Commuter Connections. For this edition of the program, we're at the Maryland Science Center at Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Here, thousands of visitors each year come to be educated and entertained by the many exhibits and features of this state-of-the-art museum, where you can venture into space, meet T-Rex and the dinosaurs of history's past, or tap into the microscopic world of the human cell through the exhibit The Universe Inside of Us. The adventures are endless here at the Science Center, and joining us with more on what you'll find on your trip here is Maryland Science Center President and CEO Van Reiner. Well, tell us about the Maryland Science Center. It's something that's there for everybody.
It is. We have a mission to excite people about science. We think science and technology is so exciting that we need to share it. Inside that is we want to set the spark for the next generation of innovators.
Well, we need that.
Yes, we do. And we focus on a lot of school kids. We will touch about 150,000 school children alone just from the state of Maryland.
That's amazing.
It is. We'll see about 65,000, 70,000 here and another 80,000 that we will go to their school with our traveling science program.
Now, when was the Science Center founded for Maryland?
Well, the Maryland Science Center is the result of the Maryland Academy of Sciences effort to make science attainable for the general public.
Okay.
And the Academy was founded in 1797
wow.
by Rembrandt and Raphael Peale, the sons of Charles Wilson Peale, because in 1797 science was changing the way people lived their lives.
It certainly was.
And in 2012, science is changing the way people live their lives.
Now, you said how many visitors annually walk through the doors here at this wonderful place?
We see between 400 and 450,000 visitors annually that actually come and visit us, and we will then go and see another 100,000 outside of our walls.
Now, tell me about some of the wonderful features you have here. Many people are familiar with the IMAX Theater.
Yes.
Tell us about all the other things you have here at the
Well,
Science Center.
as you mentioned, you can come and see the T-Rex.
Yes.
You can also see the Maryland State Dinosaur, the Astrodon Johnstonii.
We have a state
dinosaur.
Who knew? I didn't. Wow.
So that is the giant dinosaur you will see in the Dinosaur Mysteries Theater.
Now you have the dinosaurs, and we talked about this human cell exploration.
Yes, we have an exhibit called Cells, the Universe Inside Us.
Okay.
Everything that you do, everything that happens to you on a personal level happens at the cellular level. So we try to show people how the cells and their muscles work when you move, what cells dividing means, cell mitosis. We try to explain DNA. We explain research that goes on at the cellular level.
Well, it sounds to me this is for more than children. It's children and adults that can benefit from this.
The best thing that can happen is family units come here and they learn together.
Well, tell me, what are the hours of operation for the Maryland Science Center?
We are open every day from 10 till 5.
Okay.
On Saturday, we're open from 10 till 6. Sunday is 11 to 5.
Okay.
Now, when we go to our summer hours, we will be open 10 to 6, except on Friday and Saturday, we're open 10 to 8.
Now, what is the cost for admission?
The cost for admission is $14.95 for an adult, $10.95 for children. If you have a family membership, you can come as many times as you want during the year for free.
That's great.
And once you've paid your admission, you get a wristband. If you suddenly decide you need to leave, you can always come back on the same day.
That is amazing. Now, I see a lot of school children are here today, so you have area schools that come in regularly to bring students in and to enjoy all the exhibits.
That's correct. I think today we're only like 1,000 students, but we've been as high as 3,500 in one day. In one day.
That's
That's
great.
what I call the tsunami of students.
Now, do you have the website? Because folks need to know how they get in touch with you. The website and the phone number, those are two of the most important things.
Well, I think the best way to do it is the website. That's www.marylandsciencecenter, all one word, .org.
Okay.
And if you go to the website, That will have the phone number.
So they can
that will
call
have
and get
everything.
That
That's right.
sounds great. Now, are there any exciting things that you guys have planned for this summer season?
We have, well, first of all, we're going to have the Summer of More Irresponsible Science.
That's my favorite theme.
And we're all professionals and don't try this at home.
Yes.
But we want to demonstrate and have people participate in,
Right.
in experiments that you would not see at home.
So these are fully interactive opportunities for kids
Very
to be
much
a part
so.
of it.
Very much so. We
That sounds
believe
great.
that the best way to learn is to take part in it.
Well, that sounds like an exciting thing. I really hope that families come out and take advantage of it. Don't just wait because your kids are going there for school and you don't think you have to do it. It's a great family experience.
It absolutely is.
Well, I appreciate you having us
Well,
here today.
thank you again for being here.
And I'm sure everyone will spend their summer visiting.
Well, that's my hope, and I appreciate that everything you're doing for us.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up next, an exciting annual family event which celebrates African American culture. It's one of Maryland's largest cultural festivals. When we continue.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
One of the annual events which always signals the start of the summer season is the region's African American Festival. It's an exciting family fun event that always offers the best in culture, food, and entertainment. There's a lot being planned for this year, and Shalonda Stokes of the African American Festival joins us with a look at what we can expect for this year's event. Hi there, good to see you again.
How are you? Good to see you.
You're at it again.
Woo!
The
It's almost
annual
here.
festival.
We're excited. We're very
You
excited.
look excited and you look
Yep.
like you're ready. So tell everybody, these are folks who are first-time viewers and our
Okay.
veteran viewers, what is the African American Festival all about?
Okay, the African American Festival is a true celebration of life, music, and culture. So in this two-day festival, you get everything from cultural and ethnic foods to local and national talent
I like
to,
that.
poetry, singing, dancing. You get art. You get everything that you'd like to find in one location right there at M&T Bank
You
Stadium.
know, it's very symbolic of even like an African bazaar. You can get everything in one concentrated area. So tell us, when will it be held?
The African American Festival this year is July 7th and 8th.
Okay.
It's taking place still on the 16 acres, believe it or not,
That's a
between
lot of area.
M&T Bank Stadium and Camden Yards. It's a huge area.
I'm telling you, I've noticed that this event draws people from all over the country.
Yes.
Certainly the East Coast, but all over the country.
All over the country. Last year, when we did the survey of where people came from, we had Philly, New York, D.C. We even have an article where people came from Ohio and ended up staying over because they had
Wow.
such a great time.
That's a wonderful, wonderful thing. So
is.
let's talk about what types of things are going to be going on at the festival this year. What types of activities? What are we going to have to offer this year?
This year is really special. Mayor Rawlings Blake really wanted to make sure that we did really a focus on interactivity this year.
Wonderful.
And we've even invited First Lady Michelle Obama to help unveil one of our areas. We have a Get Moving complex.
Well, that sounds great.
It's exciting. In this complex, we have basketball, we have rock climbing, obstacle courses. So we're really taking the festival to a whole new level.
Well, it's a
with that.
holistic approach. I mean, you're talking
Yeah.
about your financial health, your physical health,
Absolutely.
your mental health, all those things. Of course, my financial health tends to wane because I'm shopping so much at all those wonderful booths
In
that
the
you
booths,
have.
absolutely.
You
You're
have
right.
vendors. It's just amazing. They're not just African
No.
heritage vendors. These are folks who have vending from everything from. I mean, I've seen things from jewelry to clothing to food and to this festival.
We have to. The community requires it. They are demanding that we take it up a notch each year, and our sponsors are really coming to the table. I mean, MTA, you guys always do such such a great job.
And we enjoy being there, certainly.
We love you being there, not only for the sponsorship support, but really providing access for the metro and the buses into the
certainly
place.
You know, the wonderful thing is that the light rail literally drops people
right
off
there.
right at the front door.
Right, well, yeah, it does, and it actually drops, one of your last stops actually drops them behind the stage, so that one we may want
to work that one out a little bit.
Hold off on that.
You know, one of the things that I think people really enjoy about this festival is that they get a chance to reconnect. It's like one big family reunion.
It really is. That's a good way to put it. I mean, and that's what people say. And people this year have even registered buses that are coming to bring in their family reunions to this festival. So you have all the logistics covered.
I mean, if people want to get information, what should they be doing? I mean, if I want to plan a family trip, and you know, our show has an expansive geographic area. If I'm trying to plan a trip, where can I get information about hotels, the timing for the shows, and all that other great stuff?
Please, all of the information is on our website, which is www.africanamericanfestival.net. And there you'll get everything you talked about, from the times, the talent, the hotels, the special discounts. We even have a couple great contests this year around creating art and a compilation CD that we encourage people to take part in.
Now, you mentioned something that is perhaps the most
important talent
thing. That's talent.
The talent.
What are we doing about talent right now? You know, and I love that this show gives you a platform and the opportunity to talk about what's on the venue. So let's talk about what artists you hope to premiere.
You're right. The talent for this festival is like the meat at the grocery store, because it brings everybody in, and then you get a little bit of all of the other things that are there. So this year we're locking in talent every day. But so far we have on Sunday, which is phenomenal, the Legends of Hip Hop, which is MC Light, Salt and Pepper, Big Daddy Kane, Slick Rick,
Do you need
Curtis
help?
Blow.
Because I can bring my dance talents to the stage.
I hear that. And then we also have, I don't know if you know, El Varner is coming up on Saturday with Music Soul Child. So it's great. It's great.
You never cease to amaze us with these wonderful festivals. Now, tell us, is there a cost? You know, there's always this thing. Is there a cost to attend? Do I have to get the wallet out? What's going on?
One of the things, and I mentioned her earlier, but Madam Stephanie Rawlings Blake wanted to make sure that this event remained free for the community.
Amen. We like that. So this is a free event, folks.
Free event.
Let's repeat that. Free event. You get free musical talent.
Yep.
Now, the only thing that's going to cost you is the food.
The food.
Now, the talent is free, but the food you got to pay for.
Some of the beautiful clothes,
the earrings,
right?
Even the artwork I got to pay for. I got to pay for the artwork too.
You have to pay for the artwork.
Oh goodness. Okay, well, I guess I could do that. But you know what? The wonderful thing is, a lot of your vendors, especially the health and financial vendors, give out free samples.
Oh, yeah.
They give out tons of information and brochures. And one thing I always say to people, make sure you bring your walking shoes.
Absolutely bring your walking shoes for that 16 acres, but you also make me think about, we do have, what is free, a lot of the health screenings and testing.
Oh, that is important.
So we did everything from prostate cancer to diabetes screenings to bone marrow density. I mean, we do everything. It's really about...
So folks can really bring their entire family out, from grandma to the kids, to get some free screenings.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have to commend you and commend the mayor on this commitment to bringing a holistic approach in culture and science and everything. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I thank you for your sponsorship, State Farm, you know, PNC, the Marines, everybody who's coming on board to step up.
And you have a lot of long-term partners, and that's the wonderful thing. It speaks volumes about the work that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you at the festival.
Definitely.
In addition to the African American Festival, there's another popular event that our region enjoys each and every year. It's Artscape. We'll take a peek at what's being planned for it this year. Stay with us.
Salad on Saturday, fruit on Friday, throw a ball Thursday. Water Wednesday, touch your toes Tuesday. Let's move Monday, swap us next Sunday.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. So keep them active and eating well every day. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
Our region's annual summertime events is Artscape. Artists, entertainers, vendors, and visitors from up and down the East Coast and from across the country converge on the Mount Royal area of Baltimore to be part of the area's largest festival and celebration of the arts in the country. Dion McConkey of the Baltimore Office of Promotion and Arts joins us with a look at some of the fun and exciting things planned for this year's event. Hi Dion, great to see you.
Great to see you too. Thanks for having me.
You are a professional at talking about Artscape. I mean, this is just, it's been an annual event with you and I.
Yes, I love talking about Artscape. There's so much fun going on.
You do. So tell us, what is Artscape? You know, there's always that newbie that just moved into Baltimore and maybe the veteran who needs to know about Artscape. So what is Artscape?
Artscape is America's largest free arts festival. It really is a celebration of the visual and performing arts. Artists from across the country and right here in Baltimore. And we have so much talent here in Baltimore. During a 3-day weekend, they present their best.
That is amazing. And the thing about Artscape, it's not just sculptures or paintings. This is performance art. This is spoken word. This is everything you could imagine in the field of arts and culture, music.
Yes, we have 3 outdoor stages that have live music performances. In addition to that, opera, dance, theater, street theater performances, as well as art exhibitions, children's activities. That's always important.
It's incredibly interactive.
Yes, it's a family fun event. Live music, food throughout the site as well.
And the best thing about attending the event is that it's free to get in. It's so big. So how much area does Artscape actually cover in our city?
Artscape is centered on Mount Royal Avenue and North Charles Street. This year, North Charles Street has moved up to North Avenue. And new this year, we have the Station North stage.
That is amazing.
Yes, it captures the heart of the Station North Arts and Entertainment District with indie bands and DJs performing on that stage.
That means it's even bigger than it was last year.
It's even bigger.
But that's great. Now, I know that you guys have a lot of exciting things that happen. So tell us a little bit about each one of the different sections that you have planned for this year's Artscape.
Okay, on our Wells Fargo stage, which is the festival's main stage, we have our headliners. On Friday night, we have neo-soul singer Al Varner and R&B star Brian McKnight.
Wonderful.
Yes, on Saturday we have Black Joe Lewis and the Honey Bears performing rock and roll and clutch. And on Sunday we have Dante Winslow and the Winslow Dynasty, along with Easy Star All Stars, which performs reggae, and the 2012 Grammy winners Rebirth Brass Band.
This year you guys have a little something for everybody at the Artscape.
Yes, whether you like jazz music or soul, R&B, or
it seems like
rock
country,
and roll,
yes,
everything is a little bit for everyone.
And again, the talent part is free, so you can come sit down with your lawn chairs, because you know you got to bring your lawn chairs. Don't come out there, unprepared. And don't come with a big lawn chair. Come with just the right size for you. Correct?
Yes. Depending on the concerts, we see thousands of people come for just one artist. So yes,
I just want to know: are you going to reserve my spot? I'm up on the hill to the left.
We will.
That's what I want. I want that. Yeah. But it's just amazing. What I noticed last year is that you had a lot of interactive opportunities. People could go in and out of exhibits, even a lot of your sponsors. So why is it so important to have an interactive experience?
Because that makes the experience better. You're not only coming just to walk around and see the performances, but to go inside too, and that's important too. We have indoor and outdoor activities. The opera, dance, the theater take place.
That's what I wanted to ask
inside,
you. So the inside, the performance arts, like the music, except for the main stage, you have indoor facilities?
Yes, our art exhibitions are indoors too, and Micah Dance is back at the Lyric this year.
Wow.
Yes, we have the Karash Dance Company.
Wow.
And they perform a beautiful blend of jazz, ballet, and modern dance.
That sounds wonderful. Now, again, I want to point out that folks can go to what? A website? How do I get information?
Yes, all the information you need to plan your visit until and the performances is online at artscape.org.
So they can download the schedule, or they can take a look at it?
Yes.
That sounds great. Now, okay, I do need to talk to you about one thing. Transit.
Yes.
The great thing about Artscape is that MTA's light rail service drops you right off in the middle of the whole festival.
It does. It really is the best way to get to the festival.
Yeah.
Whether you're taking bus, Metro Subway, light rail, it really is the best method because street parking is limited in the area.
Alrighty. And the other thing is, I noticed that you guys have great first aid too. So if anybody feels overwhelmed, too hot, or sick, you guys have everything. You've thought about just about everything to run a festival.
Yes.
Well, if folks want more information, again, I should tell them to visit what website?
Artscape.org.
We can never say that enough. Thank you so much for coming to be with
much.
us today. And guess what? You'll see me there on the left, up on the hill. I'll have an orange.
I'll look for you.
Sounds great. Up next, we'll address some of your customer questions and concerns in our Ask the MTA segment. So stay with us.
Mom, can we get some ice cream? Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
The MTA is committed to providing you the best in transit, and we're interested in your thoughts about MTA service. That's why we feature a segment called Ask the MTA. On each Ask the MTA, we give you an opportunity to ask MTA personnel questions you have concerning transit. And here to answer your customer questions is Festus Reynolds of the MTA Service Quality Division. Now, we recently took to the streets for your questions, and here's our first one.
This is Justin Easton. I'm from Owings Mills, Maryland, and I'm wondering the status of the Red Line.
Okay, so we have our viewer asking, what's the status of the Red Line? What can you tell us?
Well, currently, the MTA is in the second of 3 stages for the Red Line. So currently the MTA is finalizing its environmental processes.
Certainly.
As well as putting together a financing package to show the federal government.
Oh, that sounds like the most important phase of the project.
So once we get that done and we get approval from FTA or Federal Transit Administration, we will be able to get the approval to start construction.
So that means things haven't stopped, they're still progressing, right?
Yes, MDOT, the governor's office, the administrator are all working very hard to implement the Red Line.
Sounds great. Now on to our next question.
My name's Meg Ament. I'm from Hampstead, Maryland, and I was wondering if there's double tracking up and down the entire Metro line, and if not, if they could implement that to make service a little better and faster for commuters.
Now we have some questions about double tracking. Now I know we've had intermittent service updates and maintenance on Metro, but is there a double tracking effort going on in Metro?
We have double tracking from Owings Mills to Hopkins, and we're doing some major restoration work at Rogers Avenue.
That sounds great. Now on to our next question.
Okay, my name is Doris Lawson. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland, and my question is about the elevators being broke at a lot of the different locations, and if y'all could look into this matter.
Well, you know, I think we always get those alerts about service updates with elevators being out of service, but can you tell us some of the reasons why elevators go out of service?
Sometimes when a passenger may see an elevator out of service, it may be due to preventative maintenance, scheduled maintenance on that particular piece of equipment.
But we do have the ability, we do post it on our website. For example, folks can find out what elevators are in and out of service on the website before they plan their trip, and they can also call customer service to get that information, correct?
Yes, you're right.
So we're on to our next question.
My name is Stephen Campbell. I'm from East Baltimore, Maryland, and my question is, why does bus passes have the 3 a.m. expiration? I believe that when you buy a bus pass, you should get a full 24 hours no matter what time it is.
Well, you know, one of the things is it's kind of important, I think, that people need to understand in asking that question is we have something called a charm card. You know, folks have the option of getting a monthly pass or a weekly pass or even a charm card, which would give them a lot more flexibility in their ride.
And those forms of media would actually save the rider some money.
You are 100% correct.
So if we have a rider who boards between 1 and 2 a.m., it would be more economical for that rider to just purchase a one-way ticket for $1.60, and then for the return trip home, purchase another one-way for $1.60 for a total of $3.20, which would save that passenger 30 cents over buying a day pass.
But I go back to our old suggestion. Get a charm card.
Yes.
And our next question.
My name is Scie, and I am from Windsor Mills, Maryland, which is the west side. I would like to know, why is the 77 bus always so late in the PM? It was supposed to come at 7:30, and I have a student pass, which is over at 8 for only student hours, and it comes after 8 o'clock, so which makes it hard for me to get home after school hours.
Well, I would like to say that the MTA has done an analysis of the 77 line, and we are very aware of the loading conditions along the line, as well as other factors that may affect on-time performance. And to assist our patrons, we have implemented new service in that corridor, numbered the 99 line.
Oh, so that's right. They did introduce the 99 to kind of help offset that. Okay.
Yes.
The other thing is also checking, you know, the schedules for the 99, because like you said, having an alternate way of getting there is your best option.
And you can always call 539-5000
to find out if there are any issues.
Right.
Sounds great. Our next question.
Sack Banger, west side of Baltimore. I got one question for the MTA authority. I want to know, how can you find students, elders, or any persons that's traveling back and forth on your subway system any type of tickets just for eating or drinking?
One of the things is a lot of transit systems throughout the nation don't allow food and beverages. And, you know, I want you to address it because I have my own opinions about it. So why do you think we issue these citations?
Well, what happens is those foodstuffs attracts rodents and roaches. And those animals carry fleas, also
Any types
diseases.
Of things. Yeah, I think that citation is more than warranted in that we need to keep our system clean. And our next question?
My name's Brian. I'm from Owings Mills, Maryland. And MTA, can you please implement more hybrid type buses to cut down on fuel emissions and gas costs?
What types of things are we doing besides our hybrid bus fleet?
Well, the governor and administrator have committed to replacing all of our current conventional diesel buses with hybrid fuel efficient vehicles.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Now our next and last question is one we received from email by Mr. Bill Kravitz of Baltimore. Bill writes, in the local newspaper and on television, I will sometimes hear MTA referred to as MDTA. What does MDTA stand for? Is it another department or division within your expansive transit services? You know, that's a question that we get a lot, and I have to tell you, as employees, we sometimes get confused. So what is MDTA as opposed to MTA?
Okay. Well, everyone knows that the MTA stands for the Maryland Transit Administration.
Okay.
The MDTA stands for the Maryland Transportation Authority, which operates, manages the toll facilities and highways nearby statewide.
Okay.
So that's a separate administration that falls under the umbrella of the Maryland Department of Transportation.
Right, and that, you know, just so people understand, it's no different than, like I said, we are here, MTA, SHA, the Port Administration, you have the Maryland Aviation Administration, the State Highway Administration, so you have all these different modes that all fall under the big transportation umbrella, but they're not a subset of MTA.
No.
They're a sister or brother agency.
A sister agency.
Perhaps even a cousin.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and we have to have you back. You know a lot about the system.
Well, I've been here 30 years.
Oh my goodness, we got to talk more. If you have questions you'd like to ask the MTA, visit the MTA's television show link at mta.maryland.gov or drop us a line. You can even check us out on Facebook or Twitter. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. Take care and enjoy your summer.